Hey guys, this is Christian from Nazara Mobile Tech, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a comparison between the iPad Air and the iPad 4th generation, which is the one which the name was the iPad with Retina display. I currently have the iPad 4th generation, and I have had good experiences with the iPad Air. I have used it for a while. I have felt the new processor and everything on how it works. But I'm also going to be telling you why I haven't upgraded. So as you can see, the design is a bit different. This is the space gray and the silver model, and these are the backs. So as you can see, they are a lot smaller and very different. These are more squared off, and as you can see, these are more kind of round right there. And this iPad Air is actually I'm sorry about that, guys. This iPad is actually a lot wider. It isn't that much higher. As you can see, the width right here is 7.31 inches. When on the iPad Air, the width is 6.6 inches. So that's actually a big difference. And what I saw is basically the iPad Air is this whole bezel completely off. Basically, the iPad Air fits from this end up to the screen, but then the rest of the bezel, there's nothing there. Yeah, it is 9.4 inches high. As you can see, this one is 9.5, so it's 0.10 inches higher. The iPad 4th generation is 0.10 inches higher. You can barely notice it, like it is a very small difference. And then right here you see, right here you see that the weight is 1 pound only, and over here the weight is 1.4 pounds. Yeah, 1.44 pounds. And by using it, I actually have to tell you that the iPad Air feels way lighter. It's like you can't believe how light how much it's changed and how light it actually is. It feels like you're not even holding it, like it's missing parts, like it has no battery. I have no idea how to describe it. It's just too light to be true. So that's actually one part I really like about it, but it's not enough reason to make me change. So they both come in black and white. Actually, the iPad Air comes in space gray and white or silver. The iPad 4th generation comes in black and white. They both have Wi-Fi and cellular, so that's the same right there. The iPad Air is supposed to have better cellular than the iPad 4th generation, and they both come in the storage capacities of 16, 32, 64, and 128 gigs of storage. This is actually really nice that they both came like that, because other iPad versions would only come to 64 gigs, and the iPad 4th generation was the first one to come with 128 gigs, which is great. I believe a MacBook Air has that same storage, so that's really nice to have on a device. The Wi-Fi over here is 802.11 and over here the Wi-Fi is the same actually. I thought it would be AC, but apparently they kept the same one. The Bluetooth on the iPad 4th generation is 4.0, and so is in the iPad Air. So let's actually get to what I want to show you guys is the chip. The dual-core A6X with quad-core graphics is what the iPad 4th generation has. And the A7 chip with 64-bit architecture and M7 motion coprocessor, I'm sorry about that, guys, is what the iPad Air has. So Basically, when I was using it, I noticed that the apps would load a lot faster on the iPad Air. I also noticed that when doing things like movie editing on the iPad Air, which I don't really do anymore since I just got a MacBook Pro, all I do my editing is on that. But when I loaded videos and things, it would take a lot longer on the iPad 4th generation, even though it was so fast. That's how fast the iPad Air is, but in comparison, when using it like daily, just browsing the web, you playing games, things like that, just taking notes, checking your email, it is just as fast. So that's one of the reasons I don't really feel like upgrading. Another reason is the display actually stayed exactly the same. Exactly the same. They literally just used the same display and put it in the newer version. So they both are supported by AT&T, Sprint, T-Mobile, and Verizon, I believe. Let me make sure of that. Actually, T-Mobile does not carry the iPad fourth generation. Let me correct that. And the iPad Air does have an improved eyesight camera for the back camera, and they have the same 1.2 megapixel for the FaceTime HD camera. Okay, so the controls are all located in the same spot, so we don't really need to see that. The battery. Okay, so as you can see right here, this has a built-in 3.24 watt hour rechargeable lithium polymer battery. That's actually a really long thing to say. They both promise up to 10 hours of surfing the web. Let me make sure what battery this one has. As you can see right here, this has a 42.5 watt battery. As you can see, the battery on the iPad 4th generation is bigger, but apparently the iPad Air does not need that big of a battery. And that is one of the reasons why they could make the iPad smaller while still keeping the battery. That is mainly all software and part hardware. Because of the processor, it might not take as much battery as the A6X processor. They both use lightning connectors, so they're at the fastest speed when transferring files between a computer to your iPad, so that's good. They both have the same sensors, and I really believe that is all I have to say about these. So the reasons I actually chose to stay with the iPad 4th generation is, like I said, the screen exactly the same, the processor on daily use exactly the same. I'm not gonna upgrade to something that I have no real reason to. The only difference to me when I'm using it is design. So I'm not gonna waste my money and go on and buy a whole new tablet, and then 6 months later a new tablet comes out, and while mine is still perfectly fine, I still have it, not even a scratch on it. And I really actually do like the design of the 4th generation. I like the design of the iPad Air too, but I'm not saying that it's something I would want to switch my iPad for. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all. If you want me to make a video about something, just leave a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. And I'll try to make that video too. Like the video and subscribe. By the way guys, tell your friends so I could get more funding, so I could actually make better videos, buy more tech, more hardware, get a better microphone, because right now I'm using a crappy microphone actually. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's pretty much it. See you guys.